Or changing attention now, well, maybe not exactly changing, because this is another conflict that has also been affected by the spread of fake news. But we have in the studios with us this morning, on the back of all that has been happening, especially last week, the killings that happened on the plateau, and, you know, some of the stories we've also heard reported around it. We have joining us this morning Mr. Saleh Al-Hassan, who is the Secretary General, Miyetti ala Kautal Hore. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you.
We also have with us Usman Baba Ngalzama, who is the Secretary General, Miyetti ala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily as well.
Thank you very much.
Now, first of all, are you the same association? Because they're both Miyetti ala. Can you just tell us, you know, what precisely differentiates both of you?
I talked a lot about these things.
Yeah.
We are two different registered associations.
Okay.
Two different registered associations. This is the Miyetti ala Cattle Breeder Association, which I represent, and my brother Saleh is representing the Miyetti ala Kautal Hore.
Do you have
two different registered associations?
Are some of their members your members?
I don't think. They have their members, we have our members.
And
there are a lot of other pastoralist associations as well, not only these two. We have the Gam Allah, we have the Jam Native, we have a host of others apart from these two.
I see.
Yeah. And they all have members from within the pastoralists. Okay. So we don't speak for the entire pastoralists. We speak on behalf of our members.
I see.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Al-Hassan, did you break off from MACBAN?
Well, it's not a breakup. You see, when our people are faced with challenges, particularly that borders on their socio-economic well-being, you have volunteers among them that strive to give out leadership. For over the years, the Miyetti ala Cattle Breeders became moribund. For 10 years without a leadership, the pastoralist organizations were left without any leadership. Pastoralists were killed all over the country. So we saw the need to give a voice. That informed why we consulted widely with pastoralist leaders, the Ardos, and now legally registered the Miyetti ala Kautal Hore Fulani socio-cultural organization, purely to champion the economic rights of pastoralists in Nigeria. And that is what we have been doing.
Okay. So on the back of, I mean, I think it was shortly after the killings were on the plateau, a lot of people were wondering what could have caused this again. And we heard a statement released by Miyetti ala. For a number of people, that was Miyetti ala. They weren't sure whether it was Kautal Hore or was MACBAN. Which one of your associations released that statement? Was it MACBAN?
Which statement?
That talked about this being a reprisal killing.
Yes, it's the zonal chairman of MACBAN, yeah. My association. It was released by the zonal chairman of my association.
Can you tell us, can you give us a bit more into what you think? Because you know that there was also some, you know, misinterpretation of that statement. Some people said, oh, Miyetti ala was taking responsibility for the killings. But you have, I mean, on a second reading of it, it seemed to be saying that, well, we have an idea of why this could have happened. Can you give us insights into why that statement was released?
I talked here in the same studio about 2-3 days back.
I think on Politics Today.
On this particular issue.
Oh, okay.
I disassociated the position of Miyetti ala Cattle Breeder Association totally from that statement, because we assume that statement is and will remain the personal opinion of the zonal chairman. Well, maybe because he's coming from Plateau State, we don't know. But this is not the position of Miyetti ala Cattle Breeders Association, because he hasn't demanded to face media on behalf of the national body. The only people that are authorized and mandated to speak on behalf of the association on matters affecting of national concern remains the national president, my humble self, who is the national secretary, and the PRO of the association. Any other person who does that, he is doing it on his own. So I said this, I was clear on this the other time. So we will never in any way take responsibility. Well, we thank God the premium times have come out to even apologize for relaying a fake information. Because when the zonal chairman was interviewed, he said he did not make such a statement, but that is for him to clarify, as far as the national body of the association is concerned, this statement should be credited to him, and that should be considered as his personal opinion, not the position of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association as a whole.
Let's come to you, Mr. Al-Hassan. You have had, it would seem, a running battle with the government of Benue State. On the wake or on the back of almost every, killing we see that has to do with farmers-herders clashes, because people are still wondering whether this is really farmers-herders clashes. When we look at the number of people being killed, whether this is not something outside the realm of that. But he constantly asks for the arrest of members of Miyetti Allah Kautal Hore. Can you tell us, give us a background of why it is that there will be constant demand for the arrest of your members?
Well, I've always insisted that Governor Samuel Ortom is on a voyage of propaganda against our association. And today, if you look at the arrests made in Benue, with respect to the perpetrators of the conflict there, you look at their ethnicity and background, and you look at who is employing them, we have been vindicated. Today, they have arrested Ali Tushaku, which I allege to be head of the livestock guard in Benue, was behind those killings. He's arrested now. People that killed the clergy, the 2 clergymen and 17 others in the church, they are being tried in Makadi. And they are all thief people. And they are all members of the livestock guard, working for Governor Samuel Ortom. So we expect by now there should be an apology from the Benue State government towards our association, because we have never promoted violence, we have never preached violence, we have always advocated for peaceful resolution of crisis. But what we will not accept as an organization is to force stereotype narratives on the planning herders, to paint them in the light so that they can have official government backing to use state apparatus to kill them extrajudiciously. Today, if you go to Benue, we have over 250 innocent pastoralists that are haunted in jails in Makodi because of a law that we are still challenging in court. So you see, it's very unfortunate that in this country we have this kind of a pretense. We have there's a lot of media bias. Those channels have tried to balance some of these stories. But you see that when pastoralists are killed, nobody makes it an issue. Look at the issue of Mambila Plateau. 800 pastoralists were massacred. Documents were given. Nobody made it an issue. A serving military commander that was there said there is nothing that is...
I'm sorry I have to interrupt you.
Yes.
We'll have to take a moment now. When we come back, I'll let you finish on your thoughts. Please stay with us.